everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see the chat is a buzzing. So happy you're here with me this morning. And we are going to explore. Let's explore reading a spread with a twist. So, all right, let me go through and say hello, hello. So, hey, Lori tries life. Glad you're here, Scott. Glad you're here. Got your front row seat. Yay. And let's see. Oh, I love all the kitties talk. So, my Santiago and Stefano are still they're 9 months, and so they're still kitty like. And if I can't let them in here quite yet because they're like children, just want to play with things and distract me. So, hey, Jay to the Aki, it's good to see you here. Let's see, did I miss anybody? Scrolling down, scrolling down. I know I saw Mel. Hey, Mel, it's good to see you. Welcome, welcome, Nancy. Starting the weekend off right. Hey, everybody. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. So I think you can hear me, right? Hey, Clumsy. Good to see you. Hey, Jen. It's great to be here with you guys. And I want to set an intention for us. I've done it every once in a while, depends on what we're doing. But if you are like live with me virtually as a client, I will say to you, I'm going to set an intention before I get started. It's kind of my way of getting started. It's kind of like a prayer, but not really. I'm a bullet point kind of a guy. And I say, you can agree with all of it, part of it, or none of it. And if you buy a YouTube reading from me, then I do this at the beginning as well. So the intention I set for you and me and anybody watching this live or in the replay is that we would have the opportunity to move from false beliefs, ignorance, and illusion to truth with love, kindness, and compassion. I set the intention that during this time we have together and beyond, we have the ability to receive healing, guidance, confirmation, grounding, centering, balance, peace, harmony, alignment, joy, abundance, love, great care, compassion, health, wellness, safety, security. I set the intention that we would resonate, operate, and vibrate in the highest frequency of that divine source, that pure white light, love, God, goddess energy that we can. And I invite any and all of you are my angels and guides and those we work with on the other side, whether we know who they are or not, into this time we share together, as long as they stay in high vibration and play nice. All of this for our highest good and greatest growth, I say, and so it is. And so it is. So that's my intention. And hey, Elizabeth, good to see you here. Did anybody sneak in while I was doing my intention? Good to see you all. Hey, Strength Reversed. I love that. I love that name, that title. Welcome, welcome. So, yeah, so we're going to kind of explore like I've been doing lately. And so today is the 11th. So today is September 11th. I know many people are in remembrance. And oh my gosh, hey, Janine, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. I know a lot of people are in remembrance 20 years ago today, the attacks. So, just holding space for that and for those who are still, dealing with that, working through that, or know or had people that were affected by that. And it affected a lot of people. Pretty much everybody, in the US and probably around the world, if they're of any adult age, they know exactly where they were when it all started taking place. So yes, and then the 18th, so a week from today, I'm doing a big psychic fair over at Merritt Island, which I do about 2 or 3 times a year. So I won't be doing a Let's Explore then. I don't know if I'll do one on Sunday. And then the 23rd, I'm on vacation for like 2 weeks. So I'm going to try to find another time before I go to do a Let's Explore or a live or something. I may just do a Let's Talk. Let's explore whatever we want. So, all right. So, let's see. I'm looking to see if anybody else came in. And you guys, in between, Tara, if you don't know Janine, we got to do a wonderful live a couple of weeks ago, talking about what happens when your debt creation goes off into the world. It was a wonderful time. We got to share together, and we discovered we thought we knew each other better than we did, but it was so much fun to like, what, where, yeah, because it was just a fun time. So, all right. So let's dive in. So I'm trying to think of where I've got notes in front of me. So this kind of came about because of a spread that Christiana Gaudet, and if you do not know her, she is like the best kept secret of what I would say some of our, four mothers of tarot, Rachel Pollack, Mary Kay Greer, Christiana Gaudet. I don't know that she has like the 40 years like Rachel and Mary, but she's definitely got, I think it's like in the 30s, around 30. But she is one of my favorite teachers. She is so eloquent. She is just overall this wonderful energy in person. She's the one who owns and runs StarCon. So if you go to starcon.com, STAARCON, that's a big event that's going to happen in January. We're going to be in person in Florida, but also virtual. So check it out because I will be presenting there. I can't say what I'm presenting yet. Actually, it may be already on the website. So I'm doing was it improv? Yeah, tarot and improv. How to use improv techniques for become a better tarot reader. So, but yeah, so this spread I'm going to show you came from her. And this is the image of it. So this is the spread. And first of all, when you look at this, do you see anything unusual or different? Is there anything kind of weird or unusual or different out there? So StarCom was amazing. Yes, it was amazing last year. I had a blast. It was complete virtual. So I know it takes 30, 40 seconds for stuff to pop up. But so let me know if you see anything different. Christiane is our fairy godmother. Yeah, she is fantastic. I got to sit in her presence several years ago when she lived in Lutz, Florida, over by Tampa, because she would like once a month do a meetup at Panera Bread. So I really got to connect with her. Then she came over to my house and we had a big day. It was all day kind of workshop. I led animal communication that day and she did a bunch of other stuff. So it was a wonderful time and just solidified my connection to her and friendship. Hey, Joe, Masters Tarot, good to see you. So when you look at this spread, does anything kind of take you off first? So Scott, thank you, Scott. So more on the left side instead of the right. So what does that make you feel, first of all, before I even tell you the name of the spread? So how does that make you feel? For me, one of the first things I noticed was it's like it kind of builds up, and then like you said, like it's 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6, off towards the left. When I go, am I pointing left? Does that go? Am I pointing left? I'm looking at my iPad because in front of me, I think it's backwards. Anyway, so sideways pyramid, yeah. So it's unique, it's different, up and down. Yeah, yeah. There's just some weirdness to it. And I like that, and it makes sense when I talk about where we go. Oh, like a wing. I like that, Joe. I like the visual part of that. So so I'm not going to tell you. Okay, let me tell you the name. So the name of this is the Future Vision Spread. So that may give you the idea of how it moves forward and down to a point, like it's pointing forward. Um, like, how would that be? Like, yeah, just the arrow kind of seems to be pointing. Oh, yeah, Jackie, you said it. An arrow pointing to the right, forward. Absolutely. Um, and that for the future vision spread. So that's what this is about. So if what you do, and this has 3 rounds to it, and this is why I love this spread. So the first round is look at the trends, suits, numbers, and colors. So what I'm going to do is take this down for a moment and bring this up. So if we think of this, ooh, okay, somebody jumped over. So the lovers jumped, and I'm not a jumper. I usually put them back in. So I'm going to pull out some cards from that. Oh, the Emperor jumped. All right. We've got a lot of major arcanas flying around today. So, and these are tiny cards, so they're harder for me to shuffle. So there's one, card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, 4. Hold on. I need to make sure I'm doing it right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 4 goes up. And then 5 is 6. This is why I needed to do this. So card number 5 and then 6. All right, so there we go. So if we look at this just in the beginning, and this is her spread, but this is where it prompted me to think a little bit more. So yeah, I love the mini cards. Woohoo. Um, So I'm bum bum bum. Yes, I have the giant. These are excellent for teaching in person. They're excellent for teaching in person. Not so excellent when you're online and you're trying to get the cards to fit on the screen. So, so yeah, so first you lay the spread out, future vision spread, trends, suits, numbers, colors. So what's the first thing you see here? And I'm seeing three coins and two wands. So wow. So the first wave through that there's a lot of coins, a lot of earth energy, money, resources, finances, the body. Secondly, there's a lot of fire, a lot of transformation. Colors, interesting. There's a lot of gray, and there's usually not a lot of gray, but there's two cards which have a bulk of gray in them. Those two cards, um, kind of grayish and black, which is very interesting. And then let's see. So then numbers. So we've got 5, 7, 3, 1, 8, 0. So there's only one even number, and I won't count the 0 as an even number, but the 8, and then the rest. So four, at least 4 out of the 6 are odd numbers. Yeah, right. So I'm going back and looking at, yes, pence movement, yes. Let's see. With the wands pointing to the right, yes, 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 as well, as well. So future vision spread. If you're sitting down with someone, you might say, okay, this spread is definitely going to have a lot to do with your money, resources, finances, and the body, and then also about kind of like fiery movement, transformation. And we won't even go into the full yet, but it's all coming to a point to that 0. Slow energy versus fast, maybe impatient. I love it, Elizabeth. Tons of yellow too. Yes, thank you, Joe, because I totally ignored that because I was so caught off by all the gray. But there is a lot of yellow, absolutely. Personal power, that solar plexus energy. Every card has some, though less so in Three of Pence. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Very much so. So that is like wave number one. And then wave number two is actually reading the cards. And here are, let me show you the actual, these are actually what the placements are about. So card number one, which was the 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Coins, is a significator. So what you bring from the past to the future, the unchanging aspect of you. Card number two is the goal, which is the 3 of Coins or Pentacles. What is it that you would like to do or have happen in the near future? And boy, this has already turned out to be kind of a cool spread. So you're bringing a little bit of that unchangingness with the 5 of Coins and feeling, less than. And what you want to bring is work, value. And then card number 3, which is the 8 of Wands here, spiritual help. How can you enlist spiritual energies to help you reach your goal? Movement, transformation. Then challenges, card number 4, Ace of Wands. Your biggest challenge or obstacle in achieving your goal, getting started, getting out of bed. And then your assignment, which is the 7 of Pentacles, the work you need to do to reach your goal, plant, harvest, actually pick the freaking fruit. If you guys know some of the real backstory of the 7 of Pentacles, everybody always says, oh, it's abundance, but there's some real nature back there. I believe it was the potato famine, and it's like you're just staring at it where you need to go pick it. And it was like there was so much available to people, but they weren't able to go get it or pick it or whatever. So it often is about, you actually got to do it. And the legacy of the Divine Tarot deck that I use, it's a woman and she's got a basket and there's a bunch of fruit on the tree, coins, but there's nothing in her basket. And I'm always like, you got a lot of low hanging fruit, but you got to reach up and pick it. And then the result, this will show your likely outcome in regard to the goal you have set, which is a new beginning, a new start. So this is really a beautiful spread. So Elizabeth, you said, wow, I love this spread. So hold on, we're not done yet. And Elizabeth, I share your joy because when I found this spread in Christiana's book, um, let me see if I can find that book. Oh, I thought I had it up here. Dun, dun, dun. Oh yeah, here it is. So this is where it came out of. Tarot Tour Guide. Bum, bum, bum. Wonderful, wonderful book. Really, really great book. So here's where it gets even more freaky. So same spread. So this is why I love it, because I love reading in layers. Thank you, Joe. Yes, the potato famine. I thought I remember correctly. I I am one of those people that I love history. I love reading it, but it's not that it doesn't stick with me, but it's almost like it's in the back of my mind and I feel the vibe of it. But I'm someone who loves to discover more. Like I don't watch movies twice. I don't very seldom. The only TV shows that I will even maybe watch twice are Big Bang Theory, Will and Grace, sometimes Seinfeld, because they make me laugh. But I don't do things twice. I've probably had never read a book, maybe two books in my life I've read twice, kind of a thing. Oh yeah, like COVID. Yeah, yeah, right now. Um, let's see. Reflecting, yes. Maybe he's rethinking, yes. But the fool wants to retreat back to the left. Yes, direction is a big thing here. Is a big thing here. If you're adding direction is as part of it, and absolutely, if I'm prompted by spirit to do that, I will absolutely. But yeah, it definitely feels like it's almost like he wants to squeeze back through those cards to maybe go back here to bed. So now here comes round number three. So Elizabeth, hold on, hold on. All right, let me find round three. So here is round three. Let me put it over here so you can kind of see a little bit. I'm gonna squeeze it down a little bit, so I hope you can still read everything. So this is round three. And let me drop it down. All right. So round three. Now you have A, B, C, and D. And this is where it kind of reminds me like a little bit of Lenormand. Kind of you start kind of connecting things together. So round three is formations. So A, which are cards 1, 5, and 6, as a direct past, present, future. So if we look at 1, 5, and 6, so past, present, future, that really takes it to a whole nother level as well. Past, feeling down and out, destitute, not believing in abundance. Present, but there is abundance. Future brings a new start, a new beginning, but as we talked, there might be a retreat back. It might be a retreat back, but there definitely is like a new start, a new beginning. And I feel like with the present, if you can believe in the abundance that is there, then it can spark that new start, a new beginning. Now, round number two, or actually B formation, which is cards 1, 2, 3, as a portrait of you. So here are the three cards that are a portrait of you: 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Wands. So this makes me feel like, you know, and I you could and I never thought of this until this moment. If you look at this as a portrait, the lower part, so kind of the waist down, is this part. You're kind of feeling kind of stuck. The middle part, which is, vital organs, heart and everything, you're ready to work. Your heart's in it. You're ready to do it. Your organs feel vital. Your head can be, all right, I'm thinking, I'm moving, I'm ready to go do it. But if you look at it all together, then there's this very earthly energy that's kind of being provoked and moved forward with the 8 of Wands. Um, let me see. So Janine said, if the fool jumps, he lands in the middle of the 7 of Pentacles. The poor guy is going to get a shock. Yeah. Um, Mel said Ace of Wands is research for a vaccine. Yes, Janine steps up. Nice. Mel says that's cool. Yeah, I love this spread. It really is. So as we're looking at more formations, so now formation C, cards 3, 4, and 6, 3, 4, and 6 is your spiritual path. And I love that it's wands and the fool, because it's like the spiritual path is, movement, continue to create those beginnings, the beginning. So your spiritual path is to learn, to grow, to get the movement and the start going. So, if I'm sitting with someone, it's like, all right, your spiritual path is about transformation right now. This is like real earthly stuff down here, and the spiritual stuff is kind of at the top. So, yes, Nancy, it is. I love this spread. It's one I love. When a client purchases it online, I love doing it. It's so funny when I first started doing it. I usually go by like a 6 card spread would be, this is me being transparent. Like a 6 card spread is usually about $25. But I remember going, okay, $25. I'm like, no, wait a minute. This is more like six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's like more like a 20 card spread. So it took me more time. So I had to charge a little bit more for it. So Scott said, wishes I had taken a short course. So much great info. Shorthand course. Well, the good thing is you can rewatch it, Scott. I do know the feeling. Remember, screenshot. So Elizabeth, 8 of Wands. I read that wand touches the heart, wand energy touching the ground energy of Pentacles. Oh, I like that. And then Mel Wooly Hermit says, wands are work. Yes. Nancy, take a screen. Nancy, screenshot. Um, or just come back or email me or, message me. And you can find this spread on my website, Mitchell Osborn. And you go to Tarot Spread Store and it's in alphabetical order, Future Vision Spread. All right. So formation D. So 1, 3, 6. So like the corners, these determine what role, if any, fate or destiny plays in your desire to achieve the goal. So 5 of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands, and the Fool. So what might you think, is there any role of fate or destiny playing in here? And it's interesting because they all are pointing inward. It seems like the wands are coming in, the Fool is going in, the 2 people are walking in. So it's like fate or destiny. I might actually say, really look internal. I don't know that there's fate or destiny playing here, but I feel like this is more like, manifesting and creating on your own what it is that you want. Hey, Silver Star, I don't know if I saw you yet. Screenshots. If like to grab information rather than having to write it all down. Okay, thank you, Janina. So in Kabbalah, Pentacles at the bottom. And Malkuth, I believe that's how you pronounce it. So, and you guys, what I'm showing you now has just prompted me to go to the next level. So this is not even the whole lesson. This is just what prompted me to do this whole thing. But I love this spread so much, and I wanted to really share this part with you. So I'm going to remove. I know, Scott. Yeah, I love to write things down as well. So I'm going to remove the cards and everything because that is kind of like the final part of this portion. So yeah, if you need me to take something back, so I'm going to take the cards down and do a little shuffling here. So that prompted me to think, well, how else, could I take this and do this? So let me look at my notes here, see where I was going next. So where are we on time? Okay, we got lots of time. I wanted to do, so this is just a real tiny little 3-card spread. So what can I hold on to? What can I let go of? What might be the outcome? So this would be just a simple spread. So hey, MA, if anybody else came in and I missed you, hello to you. I'm trying to kind of see. So 3 cards spread. What can I hold on to? What can I let go of? What might be the outcome? So shuffling. So what can I hold on to? Woo! All right. So hold on to 6 of Swords. What can I let go of? Oh. And then what might the outcome be? Oh, okay. So this is kind of cool. So, all right. So what can I let go of? 6 of Swords. So I might let go of leaving or trying to find something better. Excuse me, I'm sorry. What can I hold on to? I can hold on to staying there. I can hold on to the fact that leaving and finding something better may be it. What can I let go of? Continually fighting, and maybe the internal battle, maybe the external battle. What might the outcome be? The Ace of Swords. So simple spread. We're not really doing that spread. So thinking of what Christiana did with the Future Vision spread, this is what I was thinking. So if you're reading this and you might get stuck on one thing, but we'll work on all of them. What can I hold on to? If this is kind of odd for you, as it kind of is for me right now, what can I hold on to? Let me drop this a little bit. So 6 of Swords, what can I hold on to? And I'm like, well, I'm not sure what that means. So how might the 5 of Wands either support and I'm going to move it under it. So how might the Five of Wands support that? And what can I hold on to? Leaving and finding something better. So Five of Wands, how can that support, because I put it underneath, how can it support what can I hold on to? And I feel like it might, anytime I've worked with someone and they're ready to, like, and they've accepted a new position somewhere else, and then they start feeling bad about leaving this position. Anytime something like bad happens back at work again, I said, well, this should be confirmation and make you feel good that you are leaving. So that's what I feel like this Five of Wands, it may be a constant reminder that no, it is a good time to go because there's just fighting going on. So how might it support it? Now, let's take it the other way. Thinking of like the Celtic cross, how might it cross it? Once again, there might be some conflict trying to leave. There might be some, effects. You're not feeling good. This might be where it's internal, like you're struggling with the idea of leaving. And of course, fives are about that transition and movement. So taking this spread and moving the cards around, this is what I wanted to play with. So how might the Ace of Swords support this? And I feel like it might have supported, and you guys feel free to chop in as well. Let go of those people arguing, block, block, block. Yeah, maybe they are desperate to move on, but it's not time yet. There's still work to be done. So, and you guys, thank you for comments. And just if you elaborating on how it supports it or crosses it, let me know. It's like it supports it this way, just so we know what you're responding with. Because anybody watches this in the replay, and a lot of people do, probably about half the people watching the replay, they're going to learn from you as well. They're going to learn from you, and I'm learning from you as well. So how might the Ace of Swords support the Six of Swords of what I can hold on to? That you got the idea, don't back out now. And how might it cross it? Avoid overthinking it and trying to come up with yet another idea. So hold on to your paddle or your set adrift. Yes. Forgive, but do not forget. Yes. So in other words, moving the cards around to find out how they might support. Now, in Lenormand, if you don't know Lenormand, there's multiple ways of reading. And I love knighting. I love, the bookends or mirroring. So the mirroring are like if you took the spread and you folded it up, then what lands on top of each other? The Six of Swords mirrors the Ace of Swords. So what might the mirroring be telling us right now? And once again, we kind of pulled that over to see how it supports it or crosses it, but how might they be mirroring it? And I feel like, yes, it mirrors it because they're both swords and it's both about thought and logic and reason. So it's about what's up in your head, not really what's down in the heart or the belly firing. So, so Silver Star, letting go of conflict mentally and physically, standing in your truth regardless, and cutting out what does not support. Yes. 5, midway stage. 6, moving on. Yes, yes, love the numbers. So any other questions? Let me know if there are any other questions about like this one, because I wanted to move on to, I'm going to try to do, this is a 3 card, then do a 5, and then do a 10 card, and just kind of see. Ace, fresh start in realm of spirit. Absolutely. So I'm going to take these down. And I'm going to shuffle a little bit while I'm talking. So that was just a simple 3 card spread. So now, so here is my new moon manifesting spread, which if you know me, you know I love this spread a lot. And let me put it over here. You don't have to see me so much. So the new moon manifesting spread, as you can see here, it's a 5 card spread. The seed, this is the inspiration to nurture. The soil, this is what to surround yourself with to nurture the growth. The stones, this is what to find and discard. The sun, this is the advice for the most beneficial progress. And the bloom, this is the best manifestation of your current inspiration during this cycle. So the pole in the 6 is like a wand showing, taking action on the idea. Absolutely. I love it. I love it. All right. So I'm going to pull, whew, cards are flying out. All right. If you read jumpers, good for you. All right. So the seed, and I don't really put these in any specific like order the seed, three of hearts, three of hearts, three, three of swords, and then the soil and the sun. I'm sorry, seed, soil, stones, the sun, and then the bloom. Oh my gosh, I love it. The sun card did come up. So when we look at this, and I don't necessarily want to read it like I would a normal spread. So if we look at the seed, let's look at the bloom. So the bloom is the sun card. So how could each of these other cards support and I like the support better than the cross. So how could the three of swords support, and I'll put it kind of like just below it. So like this is its base. So how could the three of swords support the sun card, which is the bloom? And this is the best manifestation of your current inspiration during this cycle. So how could the three of swords support the sun card? What might that look like? The water in the six is like the island of Barbados for you. Water choppy on one side, water calm on the other. Yes. And often people have read that as moving from, choppy situations to smooth sailing, or from bad things to good things, or moving away. So how might the three of swords being like support, just taking the spread and kind of deconstruct, how might it support the sun card, which is the bloom? Showing healing, absolutely. Absolutely. And think of elements, think of numbers. Hey, Ozark, good to see you. Double O. So how might the three of swords support the sun card? And then as you're writing that out, let's look at how might the two of coins or pentacles, how might the two of pentacles support the sun card? So for me, the two of pentacles, it might support it. So let's see, Aspasia rising. Internal growth leads to more enlightenment. Beautiful. Joe says, facing grief by thinking about how the sun awaits if you can only get through the rain. Beautiful. Groon, hello. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Good to see you here. Definitely healing heart aches and choosing to see what it illuminates and taught you. Beautiful. Strength of verse. A realization might hurt at first, but can open up a whole new outlook through Swords Sun. Beautiful. Thank you. Yeah. So then the two of pentacles, two of coins, how might that support the bloom? Because a lot of time, this is the main thing people are wanting to know. What's the outcome of all of this? And you could even take into consideration, these are the stones, and how might the stones actually support the bloom? Taking note. Hello, everyone coming in. Superstar, don't worry about it. Just type away. We're all a little intuitive and psychic, so we can usually figure out what people are saying. So flip it and swords falls out. Oh, working through the pain. Yeah. All right, I'm going to take the spread down just so you can still see me. So basically, this is what I was just wanting to explore, is how you can take a different card and just see how it either supports or maybe conflict or challenge it a little bit. And if we look at see, now I lost now I lost what this card was. So the sun is actually the wheel card. So what might be, if we look at the wheel as the sun, which is what's going to, and I'll pull that back up real quick. The sun, this is the advice that's most beneficial for progress. So what advice? So what might, if we look at this card, the Seven of Pentacles, what might be a conflict for the sun and the advice? And we talked about this card as being like, about the potato famine and having abundance in front of you, but not able to pick it, not able to get to it, not able to afford it. So Double O Ozark said growth hurts sometimes, but it's always worth it. Yeah. Aspasia, taking the growth through suffering and balancing that for emotional and physical health, allowing you to bloom where you grow. Pinnacles support growth like flower and garden. Beautiful. Nancy, hubby's awake. Breakfast time. We'll have to watch the replay. Thanks for being here, Nancy. Have a good morning. No pain, no gain. I love it, Jackie. Bye, Nancy. And then, so this card might conflict the sun's growth if you're not willing to, see that you do have help there and you do have advice. Because if this person would take advice of maybe the farmer, or if they are the farmer, they need to take advice and get to picking, or it's time to pick and grab the fruit off the tree, the plant, the bush. So let me know if there's any other questions about this spread, because I'm going to go through one more. So, and this is just kind of, taking it and exploring it with a twist. If you've never studied Lenormand, if you do a grand tableau, which you lay all 36 Lenormand cards out, I do the 4x9. Some people do 8x4 with 4 on the bottom, equaling 36. But if you know chess, and in chess, the knight can move up 2 over 1, or over 1 up 2. That is something that, and I'll show you kind of like on the board. So this is my Lenormand board, nice wood board from Jamie Sawyer. So if you're looking at, say you're looking at the heart place, and say the woman is here in the heart, and you want to see what's knighting her, you would go up 2 and over 1, and you would get the tree. So her health is knighting her. And that would be, a knighting is usually a good thing. So her health is supporting her. So with that kind of idea in mind, that's what I wanted to look at for a lot of this kind of play. So the cards seem really cohesive to you in that spread. Yeah, I felt like they were kind of too as well. Good guy, good eye. Yes, Scott, the board is amazing from Jamie Sawyer. And she does a lot of tarot stuff too. So you can buy casting boards and reading boards. Another thing she does, let me see. This is a cute little board that she did, that you can set one card in, and it sits on your desk to kind of look at it. Well, I could probably do 2 with that one. So, all right. So let's look at one more. So Mel says, I get stuck with a 3x3. I do love a good, and I tell you, when you read 1, and then you read a group of 3, and then you go to a 9, once you get to the grand tableau, then you start finding the sets of 3s and 1s and 9s, and you look in the house. Because if the lady is sitting in the snake house, then she may be either being deceived or being the one deceiving others. Because it's really cool once you dive there. I tell you, I love Lenormand, and you know what? Yes, to answer your question, I will do some Lenormand one morning. Let's explore Lenormand, and we'll dig into it. Yes, got her tarot tiles right here. Woohoo! And those are the tarot pocket of Pierce tarot tiles, and these are her Lenormand tarot tiles. So I have all of them. I like the black ones. So I love wood. I love a lot of wood, but I got the black ones from her. So yay, Lenormand is wonderful. I love teaching it. It's just boom, direct and to the point. It's like that blunt woman. Oh, beautiful, Janine. So let me see if I missed anything. It is yes, Ozark. It is a beautiful board. So the MOD, Elizabeth, what is MOD? I'm typing. MOD, what is that? You do weekly grand tableau, but using MOD. Tell me what that is. Yes, Jamie's boards are gorgeous. Love, love, love. I love her. And she just did, I just backed her next campaign, and I got some more. I got the her Sawyer's Path cards too. I did a little extra. So, all right. So, So Celtic Cross. So let me shrink this a little bit. Most of us are pretty familiar with the Celtic Cross. So I wanted to bring this in, and let's look at the Celtic Cross. Method of distance. Oh, okay. Gotcha. And tell me if it's the same thing you're talking about, Elizabeth. So when I throw 36 grand tableau down, that for me is usually at 3 months. And wherever the significator falls, if the significator falls way over to the left, then I got 3 months ahead. If the significator is way over to the right, I'm just looking at the past. And when it's right in the middle, I get about a month and a half of the past and a month and a half of the future. Cool. Oh, what's Lisa? I think I know which Lisa it is. I'm trying to remember the last name. So I, it's so funny. So Mel, I love doing the Celtic Cross for other people. I never do it for myself. So let's pull. So the card. So the situation. Y'all, I shuffled. The challenge. Oh, the Empress and the focus. All right. And let's see, recent past. This one is very different than I read. 5 as possibilities, 6 as near future. And I just grabbed one offline because it really doesn't matter what the layout is. Lisa Young said, okay, I don't know that I know her. All right, and then power. Oh, wow, the emperor. Environment. Oh, I love it. Hopes and fears, and outcome. Woo, a lot of work. So, so this is a very different Celtic cross spread. I looked at it and I didn't think about it too hard, but I love it because usually this is past for me. This is kind of like subconscious. This is what's on the mind conscious. This is future. So, but for the work that we're going to do today, so let's see. Joe said, Dan got around, but also catch replay. You're welcome, Joe. Have a great day. Janine, I've made my CC really compact now so I can use it at festivals. Beautiful. This is a great spread for looking at movement and color. Yes, yes. The Celtic Cross is different than the other ones. Yeah, it is, isn't it? And I love that I pulled a different one, not even realizing it. Because honestly, I just wanted to look at it. So here's the thing. So let's look at doing this kind of like looking at things in a different way. So card number 9 is typically the hopes and fears. So hopes and fears are the 9 of cups, excuse me, 10 of cups. Also spread elements. So in looking at it with a twist, so let's go to this card here, which is number 5, which is possibilities. So the possibilities are 7 of wands. So let's take the actual thought of possibilities of 7 of wands, which is like surprises, not seeing what was coming at you, not knowing what you're fighting. And let's put it over here and see how it supports the 10 of cups. So the possibilities, what supports the hopes and fears. So how might that look? So thinking of hopes and fears, the actual placement of the card, and how the possibilities, 7 of wands, how does that support the 10 of cups in this actual spread, using the actual spread and using the actual placement of the card and the cards rather than just the random card? How does it support it underneath? So how does the possibilities, which is 7 of wands, support the 10 of cups? And I'd like to, from a practical place, because I'm a practical person. If you're reading a spread and you're feeling really drawn to like the hopes and fears, or you're feeling really drawn to the recent past, which is lovers, or it's a major arcana, or you're really drawn to the challenge, that's when I would say, draw from other cards in the spread to see how it influences it. Like the knighting. So, this, it doesn't work the same as Lenormand, as this is 1 over 2 down, but it's in the spread. So how does it kind of knight it or influence it? The Grand Cross, all characters looking in except for the top one, which is moving away. So, so, so Janine, are you referring to the characters here are looking away in the hopes card? So number 9 is the hope card, which is 10 of cups. And then the number 5 card, which is possibilities, 7 of Wands, how does that support the 10 of Cups? Being prepared can lead to manifesting of your dreams. All right, cool, Scott. Yes, yes. And Janine, Grand Cross, are you meaning like what's in the middle? I assume that? Just so anybody watching either in the replay or something understands so they don't get confused. But so looking at the 10 of Cups, so this is where you were drawn today. 10 of Cups, which is the hopes and fears, and that's in that position. How does the possibilities from position 5, 7 of Wands, kind of support that? And Scott kind of said being prepared can lead to manifesting your dreams. Yeah. So being prepared to fight, to battle for unforeseen things coming at you. So, Emma, I love how you can lay out these cards and we'd all give a different reading. Absolutely. And that's where I think a lot of people have always said, it's personal. And anytime people post online, I love it when people post a spread online and they'll just say, "Hey, everybody, I do this spread. What do you think?" And I if it's my room or my page, I'll say, I need to know what your first of all, what is the context, and then how do you interpret it first? I need you to do the work first. Otherwise, you're just trying to get a free reading. But I also love how if they do give their own context and they do give their own reading, then 10 people reply, it's like 10 different things coming back at them, you know? So Ozark, me too, MA, this is so versatile and so are the people who read it. Yes. Fire and water extinguish. All right, fire and water, yes. So the fire may support the water by extinguishing it. So if the I'm sorry. So yeah, the fire is supporting it by getting extinguished. Trying to put it in the context of how does this support this? So the fire supports it by allowing itself to be extinguished, and that's cool. So the water definitely, and there's 10 waters versus 7 wands, so probably we'll be able to extinguish it. Yes, good way of looking at it, Janine. Yes, and from the numerology's perspective, 7 metaphysical, mystical, spiritual research, solitude, analyzing. So it supports it by really doing the research and analyzing what it is that you hope and fear. So that's how it could support it as well from the numerological place. So really do your research and analyzing on what you truly hope for and also fear, because it's a 10, which is about starting over again, but with a change, with a difference. Then Janine said, but the fire and earth support each other. Yes. When you had them back at cross. Yes. Gotcha. Cool. So yeah. So any other thoughts? And let's look at one more and just kind of go off with that as an ending. So let's look at card number 4, which is recent past, which is the Lover's card. So what might we want to pull? So let's look at this. So let's look at recent past, number 4, and near future. So actually, I'm going to do it in reverse. So how does the recent past of the Lovers conflict with the near future, which is 4 of Cups? So this is a good one to look at. So how does the Lovers, which is recent past, conflict with near future of 4 of Cups? So how that might conflict with it. So if you're drawn to the near future and the client's going, well, that doesn't look good. So let's pull from the recent past. How does the Lovers conflict? Y'all, I'm looking on my wall in front of me and there's an ant, tiny little ant crawling up. And ants are about working together to achieve big goals. So this is what we're doing right now. We're working together to achieve. Interesting, no swords here. Yeah, in the whole spread, there are no swords anywhere. No quartz. Nope. No quartz either. So how does the Lovers, which is the recent past, how does that cross or affect the near future 4 of Cups? And this will be our last one, and then we'll wrap it up in just a moment. And thanks everybody for hanging with me as always. So, Raul, this is not a reading session. We're all here learning about tarot. And so if you want to hang out and learn a little bit, we've just got maybe about 5 more minutes left. And you can also watch in the replay if you want to learn. So not doing live readings here today. Thanks for hanging out, though. So yeah, so how does the lover kind of conflict with that, the recent past lover conflict with the near future Four of Cups? What might you see that as maybe the issue before I put in my 2 cents? And as you're typing, I'll go ahead and say something. So I feel like, okay, Jackie said, not reading here this Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jackie. The romance matures. Oh, okay. I got it. I like it. I like that perspective. And this is why I don't like to say anything beforehand, because then I like to see what other people come up with. Because for me, I feel like, this Four of Cups is, the person sitting there with their arms crossed. I feel like the recent past lovers, whatever the relationship was, it might still be affecting them here in the near future. Maybe it was a bad situation, not sure. But, and when I look at this one up here, which number 3 was focus. So their focus is maybe new love, maybe something coming in. So, yeah. Um, so Mel said, as in romantic situation, yes. All right, Clumsy said, lovers and Four of Cups conflict. The conflict can arise in a way such as not being satisfied with a potential lover, partner, or settling, perhaps. Ah, yes, yes. That would be really powerful. If you're sitting there with a client and they're like, I don't know that you're satisfied with what you got right now. See, in my mind, I'm thinking, bad past relationship, even though it doesn't say it's over, looking for something new. But even, with that, and they're kind of like emotionally, they don't want to give up anymore. Oh, that's another one. Maybe because of the past lovers, they're not ready to give up anymore of their emotional. They're in harmony. This conflicts with disinterest in the four. Yeah, yeah. I like that because the lover shows they are in harmony, right? And but this shows there's a disinterest in the number 4. Yeah, in the near future. So maybe there will be a time in the near future where it's all of a sudden they're like, okay, they're going to ghost you, and they're out of there. So let me know if there are any other final comments on this, and then we'll kind of wrap it up here in just a moment. And then you could also, as you're putting your comments in, you can also, this is crazy with a big spread, but let's say you only had like 3 cards, which would be 10, 10, and 3. So that would be 23. Add that, reduce that down to a 5. So if this is a 3-card spread only, excuse me, then the overall energy of this would be a 5. And a 5 is, it's versatile, it's shifting, it's halfway through, it's at a tipping point. So there's movement here. So if we're talking relationship and they're saying, do you think is it gonna be over, or are we gonna, is he gonna propose to me? I'm like, there's definitely a tipping point. There's definitely a change coming. Am I gonna find a new job? There's definitely a tipping point. So you can add up all the numbers, which again is something that happens a lot in Lenormand. Let me see. So and then you can look at how does just one card, the Empress, how does she affect the entire spread? And the overall, Empress is that Venus, that love, that heart, that Mother Earth energy. Just literally, if you're drawn to one card, how does it affect the entire thing? And if you're up here just doing like a little 3-card spread, how does the 3 of Wands affect everything? And that is continue holding out hope, and it's a 3. Stay optimistic, be creative with your expression using the numerology. So there's a bunch of kind of just different ways of reading a spread. Love the future vision spread from Christiana Gaudet. It's just such a beautiful one. Thank you, Janine. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you being here. And you guys, if you do not know Janine, her deck is the In Between. In Between. Janine Worthington, gorgeous, gorgeous deck. We did a little video talking about it, so you can also go back and find that. Um, so yeah, so Clumsy, yeah, 5 here could be seen as the fork in the road. Yes, yes, it absolutely could be. Who doesn't love a good fork in the road? A fork anywhere is probably good. So hope you guys are doing well. Just kind of wrap it up in the next couple minutes. So let me know if you have any other questions about what we went over today. And I don't have, the only thing I have kind of on the books, Ben Jolivet. We're going to do just a little kind of a one-on-one interview, trash talking. It's like, it's not till October. It's not till I get back from vacation. It's on a Monday night. Jackie, thank you so much. I hope the let's explore stuff gets you thinking, gets you out of a box if you have a box, gets you thinking of different ways to read the cards, because that's what I love doing, just kind of exploring things. So bye, Aspasia. I know someone said your real name and I can't remember what it was. Thank you, everybody. Yes, Jackie, thank you for reminding, hit the thumbs up button. And you guys, you can, one of the best ways to support any creator is, like and share and subscribe. In the notes below this, you can see any other ways that you can support me. And if you want to get a spread or my website or all that good stuff, my other social media sites are there as well. Thanks for hanging, Mel. MA, thanks for being here. Let's see, Jackie, MA, Aspasia, Silverstar, Scott, Clumsy, thank you all for being here. If I missed anybody, for thanks, I appreciate you hanging out with me. And thank you, I will. I got a couple clients. I do laundry in between my clients. I'll have lunch at some point. Silverstar, thanks for being here. Okay, Beth, I'm going to try to remember that. Elizabeth, thanks for being here. Clumsy, it did go by. It goes by fast for me too, but I look up at the clock. I think I looked up at one point. I was like, oh my gosh, it's already been 24 minutes or gone. Janine, always good to see you. I can hear your voice in my head. Bye, Beth. Bye, Clumsy. All right. I'm going to bring this to a close. As always, I say namaste. And my way of saying it is, may the beautiful, powerful, wonderful, awesome sexiness in me see and recognize the beautiful, powerful, wonderful, awesome sexiness in you. Namaste. Have an amazing day. And if you're watching in the replay, have a great day, night, evening, week, wherever you are. All right. Bye, everybody.